Hi, it's Rosie Patterson here, founder of Living Rosie, bringing you your weekly dose of entrepreneurial inspiration. So, today I want to talk about bringing your business on the road. Can you really live a freedom life where you can travel full time and run a six-figure business? Let's find out. So, taking your business on the road. How is it possible? How do you do it? What do you need to do? Well, I recently took my business on the road for over a month to LA, and then I traveled all across New Zealand and then back to LA again. And so I really want to share with you today exactly how I did this and what I needed to prep beforehand in order to allow my business to run while I wasn't physically present in an office every single day, because that's the real meaning of a freedom business. Number one, you need to set up your business to allow for downtime. Now, obviously, you can have a business which is fully passive income, but for many people, that's not what they want, and that's not how Living Rosie is set up either. I have live coaching clients, I have some private clients, I have some group programs, and so I do need to be present at some points throughout the month as well. But it's still possible to go traveling, it's still possible to run a freedom business, even if you have a live presence as well. The way I can do this is that I've created implementation weeks in my business. So I coach for the first 3 weeks, and then the last 1 or 2 weeks, depending on the length of the month, I don't have any live calls. This works really well for me, obviously, because that allows me to travel and it allows me some downtime, as well as allowing me to work on bigger projects if I want to work on something, bringing a new program to life or something like that. But also it works for my clients because my women are really busy corporate workers, and so they may or may not be still in a job while we're coaching together, and therefore they're going to have life things that come up. They're going to travel. They're going to need some time off as well. Life can get busy. So it really works for them to be able to have that time to implement without necessarily learning something new every single week. It allows them to catch up, it allows them to have some time off, and so it's a win-win for both of us. That's why I really, really recommend that if you're going to have a live coaching model, you do have some form of flex week, implementation week, downtime, whatever it might be, because it works really, really well for both parties. Next up, this is really, really important, you need to prep your business before you leave. You can't just sort of up sticks and run. I pre-wrote some emails, I pre-filmed some blogs, and it actually works better when you do, it's called batching. So when you batch your work, it makes you more efficient, which is key, obviously, to a freedom business, that we can do as much and be as productive as possible in as little time as possible. So I recommend that whether you're traveling or not. It's what I do as well. But prepping your business before you leave allows for anything to go wrong, like to arrive and the Wi-Fi not to work, or for your plane to be delayed. So I really recommend that you're always prepped in advance, and this makes sense as well even if you're not traveling. You never know when there might be a medical emergency, or when there might be something that goes wrong in your daily life. So it really helps for you to be a little bit ahead of your schedule in terms of your business and your marketing as well. So that's really, really key. Delegating as well. It's really important to have people on the ground. If you want to switch off, that's absolutely fine. I recommend it as much as possible. But there needs to be somebody overseeing the business in case something goes wrong. So I actually went traveling this time. I didn't even have any VA support. I was just running things by myself. It worked for a month. Next time I probably will have some form of admin assistance as well. But I do have a tech support on a retainer, so I can email him at any point. He can fix things for me at sort of 24 hours notice, which is really, really key. I've had the experience before where I arrived in Florence and my entire site shut down because WordPress had messed something up. So it was really, really helpful to have him on retainer and just get that set up for me, and get things back on track ASAP while I was at a conference and doing other things and wasn't able to dedicate that time to it. And then the final thing to be really, really focused on as well is to remain connected while you're away. So you can run a freedom business absolutely from anywhere in the world as long as you have Wi-Fi. So it is critical that you have some form of internet support and internet connection while you're away. You'd be very surprised at the places that have Wi-Fi and the places that don't. I've been in tiny villages in Argentina where the Wi-Fi was fabulous, and I've traveled across even large cities in New Zealand, and even if the Wi-Fi was fast, had a limited bandwidth. So it's really, really key that you make sure that you discover what the Wi-Fi situation is going to be like, that you ask the right questions of the hotels or the accommodation where you're going to be staying, so that you know that you're connected at all times. Because if you're not connected, nothing can happen, unfortunately. So those are my 4 tips, basically, for making sure that things go well while you're traveling. You need to, first of all, set up the flexibility in your business for the get-go. You really need to prep before you leave and make sure that you're a little bit ahead of the game on your schedule with your business. It's really important to delegate and have outside support from other people, and just make sure that you are really, really on your game with the Wi-Fi connection while you're away. That's really important from personal experience, I can promise you that. So it's really feasible to be able to work from the road, to travel full time, there'll be some weeks where you can take 2 weeks off completely, and there'll be some weeks where you are doing maybe 30 hours a week in your business, but it can kind of ebb and flow and come and go as you want it to go. And that's the key with a freedom business, is that it gives you that flexibility to do what you want to do, achieve what you want to do, earn what you want to earn, and live the life that you want to live. And that's why I love what I do, and I love teaching women how to start their own freedom businesses as well. So where would you love to travel to if you could run your own freedom business? I would absolutely love to know. Leave me a comment in the comments below, and I will catch you later. Bye, guys. Welcome to Living Rosie, the international entrepreneurship coaching practice for women. I am Rosie Patterson, I'm the founder, and I am here to help you escape your 9 to 5 and start a freedom business so that you can actually live the life that you really want to live, that you're going to love. And I have a free challenge, which I think might be the first step for you. I have a challenge called Confidence to Quit, and it's a 5-day video challenge, and I go through all the things you need to think about when you want to plan your corporate escape. There's plenty of tips in there. We go through all the fears that you're probably going to worry about. So I would love for you to sign up if that interests you. You can do so at www.livingrosie.com/confidence to quit. And it's my mission to help 1 million women get into freedom entrepreneurship during the course of my career. So I would absolutely love your help and your support in sharing my message, in joining the movement if you want to. It's a fun place to be, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you over there very, very soon.